how American Express pulled me back in with the Gold Card. You know, it's too complicated, it's too expensive, too many credits means too much work. It isn't accepted widely in Europe, and it encourages me to spend on things I don't need. These are all the things I've said in 2024 about the American Express Gold Card. And I mean, they're all true. So why am I making a video today about how American Express pulled me back in, and now I have a shiny new American Express Gold Card? Well, I guess I'll tell you about it. So grab a cold drink and get comfy. And if you are new around here, I'm Luke. This is Luke's Points and Miles. And on this channel, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, and travel. If that's something you might be interested in, consider becoming a subscriber. I'm approaching what was originally my end goal as far as subscribers, and it's a really great time to become part of this community. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. I'm not making this video as a way of saying I was wrong about the American Express Gold Card, and especially about the latest changes and that annual fee hike. I still think all my points about that are sound. I mean, the card is expensive, and it is work. I canceled my Amex Gold Card back in April, and for the most part, in 2024, I have been moving my spend away from American Express cards in general, while canceling the Amex Platinum card as well as an Aspire card. Then, I was sort of doing an end of the year audit with my rewards, and I noticed that while doing anything I could all year to stay away from American Express membership rewards points, I still earned over 700,000 and I redeemed over 800,000. Just a quick look at those numbers makes me realize that I can't earn points with any other issuers like I can with American Express. At one point in 2024, I zeroed out all my transferable currencies to start over. So how did I earn all these MR points when I was avoiding American Express? Well, let's just say it's due to their relentless marketing and customer acquisition. What I mean is the bonuses. See, we oftentimes talk about American Express lifetime language and the different restrictions on getting bonuses in certain families of cards. But looking back, even after applying for and canceling tons of Amex cards, in 2024, I was still approved for what was then my second Business Platinum card with an elevated offer, and what was my third Business Gold card, again, with an elevated offer. Now, those cards were really just for the bonuses, and my plans were to one and done them. That is until I saw how many MR points I've been earning while trying to not even use them. See, I've been preaching about simplicity and focus all of 2024, and while I think it is a great idea, I haven't really been taking my own advice. And at some point, I may have to admit that credit card points and miles is my true hobby. I guess I'm also a YouTuber in the space, and these points and miles fuel my other passions, like raising a world-traveled son. So I was recently forced to reassess, which I do constantly. Some people might call me all over the place, but I like to think that I'm just really flexible and I pay attention to opportunities. Now guys, this video is not a review of the American Express Gold Card. If you clicked on this video, you probably know quite a bit about this card, and either you love it or you hate it. This video is about why this card is back in my wallet after being gone for only 8 months. And I want to start off with a little bit of backstory. For years, my primary setup was the Amex Trifecta or the Quadfecta with the green card. Every year, I would pair this with just one no foreign transaction fee Visa or MasterCard. Pretty simple, right? I earned tons of points that I would use in every way possible, and then I got the FOMO. I thought, I must be missing out on Chase UR points. Capital One Venture Miles are great too, right? I know that Capital One Lounge is my favorite. Then the annual fees on the American Express cards were raised. Extra credits were added, which weren't super tough to navigate, but my entire setup had credits, especially on the hotel side, so I was really hit with that credit benefits fatigue. No shame in that. There were other reasons why I thought the grass might be greener on the other side, so I walked over and checked it out. Did I miss the Amex Gold Card while it was gone? No. I've not ordered one single private taxi for my burrito since canceling the Gold Card. But let's get real. I still like burritos. I've been over the negatives with this card, so let's get to the point. I was searching the web, checking out the blogs, and I found on Danny the Deal Guru's site a no lifetime language link for the American Express Gold Card for 100,000 MR points, which, if you don't know, is a big league offer. You guys have to remember my original Gold Card came with only a 40,000 MR point offer. So, in typical Amex fashion, it was kind of tough to get this link to work. Normally, Amex links for me will say offer expired or offer not valid, or at the very least, pop up jail, boy. Not literally, but you get it. So I ended up trying to use the link on my phone in incognito mode using Chrome. And to my surprise, I didn't get the pop-up. I got this screen saying I was approved for the card, and if I were to accept the offer, it would be 100,000 MR points for $6,000 spend in 6 months. I mean, who isn't taking this offer? I guess it does add to my 524 and it's another new account, but at this point, what's 1 or 5 more accounts, right? So I know, long-winded story summed up is, I got the Amex Gold Card again. It's easy to say it was just for the bonus, but I wanted to talk about a couple reasons why the Gold Card is such a great card if you can tolerate the negatives. First off, it's the best earner in the game when I consider my spend. I spend between $1,200 and $1,500 a month at the grocery store, and that sometimes goes way up depending on the special occasions. Dining is another category I heavily spend in. Even when times are rough, my family eats well. Obviously, I'm in no danger of ever starving to death. Now, for the credits. I have a couple different philosophies. My first thought, Luke, just get over it. Deal with it. They're credits. Either use them or don't. No one cares if you have credit fatigue. I would rather just not use the credits than worry about getting the monthly value out of them sometimes. Here's how I plan to use these credits for the Amex Gold Card. The Dunkin' credit, 2 things. 1, I can just load $7 onto the Dunkin' app, so that's pretty easy. Now, will I ever use that money? No idea. I'm not gonna go out of my way to use it, but there probably will be a road trip or two that me and the wife need to stop and get coffee. And Carlos is probably gonna want a donut, so we'll load that $7 on the first of the month, and then I'll never worry about it again. But yes, I do have Dunkin' local to me, and I do drink coffee. For the $10 Uber credit, I will use that as well for Ubers. So I figured maybe I'll hit 8 months out of 12. And for the food credit, I'll probably use Grubhub and pick up an overpriced protein smoothie on a Saturday on my way home from the gym once a month. I do stop there sometimes anyway, so it's not a big deal and it's not really overspending. It is, kind of. So I can value that at the full $120. The Resy credit, I could be just completely negative about it and refuse to use it, but I'm going to use this as a reason to go outside of my comfort zone and try some new restaurants. I don't know if it's a chain or not, but there's a place called Kona Burger or something like that close to me, and I could try this out and get that $50 bi-yearly credit from Resy. Should be easy to use. Let's try to add this up. $100 a year on Resy, $80 maybe for the Uber credit, $120 full credit for the Grubhub, and that comes to $300. And at some point, I'll have over $80 worth of coffee and donuts. Let me value that at a conservative $25, and that puts me right at the annual fee of $325. So being at least close to or around that annual fee and collecting more than 100,000 MR points with this no lifetime language offer, it's going to be a good deal for me. My player 2 is very likely to like the fact that she already knows the Gold Card. She already has been used to using it for all food. At the end of the day, I'm back to using the best earning card in the game. As far as overseas, I could probably just use one of my other 40 cards for the few days a year I'm outside the US. Probably won't even take this card with me overseas. And to add to the wackiness of this video, the Amex Gold Card will be the 3rd card I'm currently working on a sign-up bonus for. I'm still working on the City Business American Airlines card for that 75,000 American Airlines miles, and I haven't even received my Navy Federal More Rewards card for that extra $300 bonus. But I have 6 months to buy $6,000 worth of food on that Gold Card, so I'm guessing I'm going to be fine. It's also ironic, after trying to get away from American Express, I'll be using the Amex Gold Card for dining in supermarkets, while using the Amex Business Gold Card for gas and cell phones. All of that earning 4 times MR points. I'm going to have to make a video on what all I'm going to do with those MR points. Guys, if you are interested in the Amex Gold Card, I will leave my personal link in the description, and my link is for 100,000 MR points. It's not a no lifetime language offer, but if you have not gotten the Gold Card yet, this might be your time to shine. Now, please leave all the comments below of how I flip-flopped on Amex, because I 100% deserve that. And you can also tell me about how I can't stay on course with one strategy, and you're kind of right. But my main strategy is to earn tons of points and miles and travel all over the world. So if you have stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.